What's the best way you've gotten back at buttwipe boss/coworker? I had the boss from hell back when I worked for a logistics company. We will call him David. This particular company did not hire directly for dock workers. You had to go through a temp to hire service, and logistics company had a 90-day window in which the dock super, in this case, David, could call your temp agency and tell them your stint at logistics company is over. The temp would be called into the office where David would look at them and say with a large, crap-eating grin, "It's just not working out." This prick would ridicule new temps about the way they dressed. Industrial temp workers usually are quite poor, talked, mannerisms, you name it, in front of everyone at shift meetings. When a new batch of temps would start, he would pick an unlucky one out and ride him or her until they quit or made some minor mistake that he would chalk up to the temp agency as the reason this person is not working out. David was married to some big shot at a hospital in town. She was the breadwinner, so he had problems with keeping some low-level super job. To top it all off, David was also the only minority with a supervisory position, so the logistics company didn't want to fire him. David was simply a shift super for the dock, and had no desire to be promoted because he had absolutely no responsibilities except to post an end-of-shift report, which he had one of the receivers do for him. That was my job. For 2 years I typed this butthole's nightly reports, knowing full well he never witnessed any of it going on. He just sat in his office eating or riding the dock on a golf cart looking for reasons to fire new people. Anyway, I hired in as a temp, kept my head down through David's horsecrap and eventually got promoted to head of a different department away from him. 3 years later, logistics company decided that receiving, David's department, was lacking direction, and decided to hire a department head for them. I got the job. I was now David's boss. He turned pale when it was announced the next day at work. I thought he was going to die on the spot. He knew that for years I witnessed every bit of the terrible things he had said and done to the temps. I showed up nightly for 3 months on his shifts to monitor how David ran his shifts, watching him make stupid mistakes one after another. Any one of these things I could have easily terminated him for, but held out and documented everything. When it finally came time, I called him into my office, armed with months, years, really, of crap to fire him for, but I simply looked at him and told him, "David, it's just not working out.